And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. How is everyone doing here on this Wednesday afternoon? Welcome into Banana Spice and Paul Anthony, who were here a little bit earlier on last night. And welcome into Glenn, to Cerdic, to Tom Fanto, to the lovely Gemma Barnes, and to Deadpool. How's everybody doing here on this... Oh, it's Wednesday, isn't it? Very sunny Wednesday, but very chilly here in the United Kingdom. I think that is perfect to be running a zigzagoon. So, we have backported Zigzagoon. This was actually a very quick backport. Only 2 new moves for this run. We have Odor Sleuth, which is reskinned Foresight, and we have Covet, which is reskinned Thief. Now, we're going to get the graphics up, and we are going to have a look at the stats of our Zigzagoon. We are level 5 with 19 HP. We're holding a berry, and our moves are Tackle and Growl. We've got 8 in attack, 10 in defense, 9 in special attack, 10 in special defense, and 11 in speed, so we are very, very nippy. And I think we'll get the timer underway and see just how quickly we can beat the game with Zigzagoon and Linoone. Now we're going to be evolving at level 20, which isn't too bad, and our first major move is at level 11, where we learn Headbutt. And Headbutt is going to be very, very handy, because Headbutt is a lovely 70 power stab move. Oh no, you nearly got scammed. I'm glad that you didn't in the end, Gemma. And here is the joy of having Tackle. It is only 95% accurate, and Zigzagoon doesn't have the best defenses. So we'll take a heal over in Cherry Grove City. We'll also grab this extra berry now. I've got a good feeling about this run. We get Belly Drum a lot later on. We should be getting that around about Lance, and if we can time it to be just at Lance, then we'll be able to sweep his pesky team. We're getting a lot of encounters on our way up, but I'm not going to complain because Ladybir's easy to knock out. Good morning, D1. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. I can't remember a time where we've had this many encounters up to Mr. Pokemon. We're going to be almost level 7 by the time we get to Rival 1. Just means we're putting the grinding in a different spot. Grab the potion and the berry. And let's chat with Mr. Pokemon. Good morning, Jimmy. I hope you're having a great start to your day. And thank you for your very kind words there. I made the mistake of doing voiceover straight before bed last night, so my voice is still not quite warmed up this morning. But the giraffe rig is all good to go, and that's coming out on Friday. Oh no, you're not feeling too good, Cerdic. I hope that you feel better soon. Hopefully the flu turns into a bit of a something and nothing, as it were. Yes, a Ziggy from me today. I was going to call the Staryu Ziggy, because of obviously Ziggy Stardust, but that just didn't fit the vibe at the time, so I thought, why not do this straight after Staryu? 3 days off this week, D1. Goodness me. Yep. Whenever I get free time, it's on to the edits we go. Welcome in to Paul Anthony. I hope you're having a great evening, I suppose, for you, wouldn't it be? I am doing very well, thank you. A little bit slow on the start of the old brain today, but it's my own fault for only getting about 3 hours sleep. All self-inflicted. I really hope that it passes quickly for you, Cerdic. It's never nice being unwell. I think when you're bedridden with a fever and a flu, it really is just so frustrating. Like, I want to do stuff, but my body's not letting me. Nice critical hit on the Pidgey there. Another crit on the rat. And this is the frustration of medium fast. It's kind of a lie. Because at the start it's very slow to get your levels. Oh, Jimmy, thank you so much for the 99p. You really didn't have to. And welcome in, R1. How are you? I love that moustache. Grab that potion. We'll grab the bitter berry because we're feeling bitter. We're not feeling bitter actually at all. That's a lie. I'm feeling in a really good mood. Feeling bitter now that we missed that Caterpie though. It was a preemptive bitter. Worst that can happen here is we get poisoned off the Weedle. We didn't get poisoned off the Weedle. Let's go. Cutting it a little bit fine. But we survived on 6. Let's grab that Pokeball just in case we get a shiny. And we'll go and do another heal. I reckon this is a Pokemon that would benefit from doing Sprout Tower early. So we're going to go up. Yes, we're going to see just how well this normal type does. It's a normal type in Johto and it's not Lickitung, so it is at an inherent advantage. We just have to wait until we get Headbutt, though. I don't trust us against that level 9... Is it a level 9 Spearow? Yes, this is Zigzagoon. Actually, it's Zigzagoon after it's reformed from Heavy Metal, I think, in the in-game lore. I believe the Galarian Zigzagoon is the original. But yes, we just need to get up to Headbutt level before I feel safe. I don't know why I doubted myself there. I've battled that Spearow literally hundreds of times. What? Oh, that was a wild rat. I was thinking it was weird that we got double battle there. Never mind, it's more speed stat experience. Outspeed some of these pesky early game mons. Grab that next potion. Another encounter. I can't remember the last time we had encounters this frequently. Yes, Hoenn is absolutely a chill place. And thank you so much for the 3 months, Arwen. I'm very glad you caught me live too. We are kind of like ships in passing, aren't we? That Bellsprout was setting up. I'm very glad we've learned Headbutt now. Gonna use another potion because I never go through all these potions. Another rat! It's like playing Let's Go at this point. And we're going to move Headbutt to top spot because there's no reason for Headbutt not to be in top spot. Good morning, Clay. Thank you for your very kind words. I hope you're doing well today. No plans for Galarian quite yet. But that's because I want to spread out the Dark Normal types. We'd have a Alolan Rattata coming out soon as a video. So we'll probably do that in about 3 or 4 months' time. Maybe just in the start of the new year, I reckon, for that one. Also, that gives me time to work on an Obstagoon sprite. I've got to be honest, I prefer the original Zigzagoon line. Then I got really attached to my Zigzagoon and Linoone in Hoenn playthroughs. And I think I also had one in Kalos. Because Kalos decided virtually every Pokemon you could imagine will be in that dex. I still think even today, 10 years on, it's got the largest regional dex of any Pokemon game. I've got to be very careful not to compare this run to the run I've just voiced over. Because mentally, the last run that I've done is the Giraffrig run that's coming out on Friday. So I've got to be very careful not to make any comparisons to and spoil it for all you lovely people. But that's the first badge obtained in 756. Let's move on. Yes, 450 through 3 different dexes. Central, Coastal, and Mountainous, maybe? It's been a long time since I've played through a Kalos game. Although Kalos is one of my favourite regions. Grab the Prosecure Berry, and thank you for the 7-month Shemmer. That is very much appreciated. I've given myself Hidden Power Ground just in case we need it for Jazz. Normal and Psychic, I think, is one of the best type combinations you can get in Johto. Because there are no attacking bug moves, and when do you see a Dark-type Pokemon apart from Karen that has a Dark-type move? Sneasel notwithstanding, because it's got no special attack. Yeah, I love Girafarig. It's one of my all-time favourite Pokemon. I'd love to see 2D remakes of Kalos as well. I think it's such an underappreciated region. And I think the Friends Safari was a great idea to help you fill out your national decks. It's a shame that a lot of these features are single generation or single game only. Although those of you who have done shiny hunting will know the pain of the Kalos Poke Radar. Welcome in, Jeffrey. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'm having a fantastic time now that we've got headbutts here on this zigzagoon. We're only 5 levels before becoming a Weeloon? A Weeloon? Where the heck did that come from? A Linoone. Obviously had Weedle on the brain for a second there. Grab Great Ball number 3. And I'm doing very well, thank you. Still in the waking up phase of my day, though. Kind of overslept a little bit. But as always, the stream must go on. Yes, the secret split evolution. Yes, it was a very, very good idea for Game Freak to start branching out of Japan. I think I might have called my Linoone in Gen 3 Ziggy, you know. Why am I buying escape ropes? It's repels we're after. Canada and Australia are my 2 big hopes for new Pokemon regions. And let's pause the time at 11:19 to catch our HM friends. We are looking for a Psyduck and a Paris in the forest. Psyduck will be helping us out with Cut. No, it won't. Psyduck will be helping us out with Surf, Strength, Whirlpool, and Waterfall. And Paris will be helping us out with Cut, with Flash, with Sweet Scent, and with Dig. Italy would be a good shout, but I think we've been to Europe a few too many times recently. Greece would be a very, very interesting region because it's got so many islands. It'd be a little bit Alola, but with many, many more islands and a bit of mountainous mainland. There's our Paris. That is true about the Mediterranean countries being very similar to Paldea. They could handle the water like they did in Alola and just not make it a thing. It's very rare we get an encounter leaving the Ilex forest. Australia would make a very good region. Yes, India would be home for Copperaja. I think even the Dex states that. And this is the highest encounter seed we have been on a very long time. Seems like everywhere where we're able to get an optional encounter, we're getting one. And we've been poisoned. Fantastic game. Let's use one of our potions. We'll also use the antidote. Another encounter. This is the last place we run without repels, but I didn't buy enough to justify a repel in here. And to be fair, it's probably going to get us up to level 19-ish for the leader now. Welcome in, chat Northern. I'm sorry there was no notification for you. YouTube have been really terrible with that lately. And we are through the Rockets Grunt. have a little chat with Kurt, whose back is mysteriously better. And we'll pop into the gym. Right, let's see if we get poisoned here as well. Nope, we flinch. Perfect. I'll be seeing you later, Bugcatcher Owl. That's not bad. 13 minutes for my first pun. Showing great restraints for once. I think we're going to have to do a heal here for PP purposes before taking on Bugsy. And we've been poisoned again. Glorious. So let's take that heal, and then let's take on Bugsy. Right, second gym time. I can't see this being too much of an issue. We should outspeed everything. And that does give us, of course, flinch chances. No poison off the Kakuna, which is good. 42 HP for the Scyther. And we don't outspeed, goodness me. And a crit. Fantastic. Lovely game. We might need to beat up Hiker Anthony. Just to get that extra bit of levelage. We'll try it once more. Another crit! You've got to be joking me. What is this cursed luck we've been having with Zigzagoon so far? You say that, Dan, but we are having terrible luck at Bugsy. Two critical hits on the third turn of Fury Cutter in a row. Let's try that again at level 19, shall we? We still don't outspeed the Scyther. Wow. I suppose we do only have 30 in attack. But still. And good morning, Josh. Apologies for missing your message there. We're going to have to get to level 20. Absolutely ridiculous. We are having a cursed start to this run, I tell you that for nothing. Welcome in, Dr. Scoop. How are you today? We're even going to have to take on these Geodude. It has been a little bit since you've been able to tune in, but that's the beauty of the streams. They're always there. Hopefully, at times we're able to catch sometimes. Still not enough, but hopefully with the wilds we get on the way back, we'll be level 20 and we'll evolve. Maybe not, as the case may be. There we go. And now our attack has more than doubled. So let's do another heal, and this time surely we'll beat up Bugsy. We better had. This Linoone is angry and wants to speak to your manager now. Yep, there we go. Bit of a rough Bugsy split, but 18-13 for the second badge. And let's get rid of Growl. And of course we get sent to sleep. Reflect is meaningless when we critical hit. The first bit of good luck in the run. I could see Karen with an obstagoon as well. Welcome into Lana, I hope you've had a wonderful day. Let's teach Flash and Cut to our Paris. We'll use a repel. And then we'll cut down this tree. You're writing an essay on the history of cosplay? Sounds very interesting. Let's not jump the ledge. We're going to get another headbutt just in case. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not, Serdic. To be fair, I feel like I've got the tone of an intercom at the moment. Definitely shouldn't have done that voiceover last night straight into stream this morning. Right, let's take on Specsavers, then we'll pause the timer to catch our Abra. I read Oda Sleuth then as self-destruct for some reason. Thinking, I don't remember putting a boom move on this. Double Ditto is very rare. Not what we're after though, we are after an Abra. There we go. Let's catch the Abra. I said let's catch the Abra, not just watch it escape from a ball. And then we can unpause the timer and go into Goldenrod. Grab the bike. Now we're able to travel at double quick speed. Grab Kenya and the band is complete for another run. Take on a couple of trainers up here and then we'll take on Whitney. I think our base 100 speed should be more than enough for the mill tank. In fact, I'm not even going to bother with the quick claw. We didn't get Spinnered in Spinner Hell first time. We've got another trip through there, though. Let's grab the Dig TM and let's teach it along with Sweet Scent to our Paris. Then we're going to need to reorder some moves. So we want Flash, Dig, Cut, and Sweet Scent. Then let's take the mail off the Kenya. Swap Kenya and Paris, swap Abra and Psyduck. And then we're good to go. Ooh, leftover Indian food sounds delicious. I am so hungry at the moment. I've not had breakfast yet. I'll be wolfing something down in the first stream break. I do have an open pack of jammy dodgers in front of me though, and it's very tempting to try and sneak one on air. I'm not going to, because that would be rude, but it is still tempting. Right, hopefully the hardest battle in the game has been done, and Whitney will be a breeze. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. We're going to do the Faulkner special here of Potion Berry, and let's engage her in battle. This is our third gym leader together. It's Whitney, a normal type specialist who leads with Clefairy. Ooh, she's not... Now she's going for rollout. Too little, too late for Whitney, though. I think the hardest battle in at least a little while is done. Flame Badge in a time of 23 minutes and 28 seconds. Up next is that very, very grumpy tree. Now we do learn Rock Smash, but I see no real point in picking it up. We'll make the tree go wee. Grab the ether, no Stantler this time. And let's take the exceptionally long cutscene here. The other thing about eating is it means I've got to have a hand off the controller, and that means my runtime will be skewed. I'll have a little nibble during the first break. It's only about 10-15 minutes away. Because we take our first break after Jasmine. There's always a break after Jasmine, sometimes a break after the League as well. All depends on how the run goes. We have a particularly frustrating Lance, so I do like taking that couple of minutes just to reframe myself. Just do need to adjust myself in this very uncomfortable chair, though. It's much better. Get the Surf HM, which we can learn, and we are considering learning, actually. In fact, you know what? Tackle is surplus to requirements. Even though we don't have great special attack, it's probably good to have on our learn set. We'll test Surf out against Pokemaniac Miller and his Nidoking. Not quite a one-shot. Not terrible, though. It's probably going to do wonders for the Jazz fight. So I reckon the plan is Hidden Power Ground for her Magnemite, and then Surf for her Steelix, you know. That sounds like the best idea. Probably isn't, but it sounds like it, and that's all that matters. While we're here, we might as well get the rare candy. And let's get a Hidden Power. We'll teach Hidden Power because we've got a menu anyway. I'm gonna be risky here. And I'm gonna try and do Rival 3 and Morty before heading west to Olivine. Saves a little bit of time if we can do that. So let's engage the third rival in battle. Starts off with a Haunter and Hidden Power Ground. One shots with the greatest of ease there. Magnemites 4 times weak, so we got no issue there. Wrong move. Oh dear. That could have been dangerous, couldn't it? Got very lucky in the end then. Dig ourselves out of there. And we will enter into the gym. So we're starting off with this mandatory Ghastly Trainer. Fury Swipes, absolutely not. One of the worst moves in the game. I think I'd rather have Splash, because at least Splash doesn't give you false hope. I'm glad you finished your latest run, D1. What was it? Ooh, Gen 1 Hydreigon. That sounds like it could be a very interesting run. Are you starting with Hydreigon from the start, or are you having to wait until level 8 million to evolve? Nice. That should beast its way through Gen 1. One shot on the Ghastly and the Haunter. And a critical hit on the Gengar. The risk absolutely paid off. 29-39 for Morty. On the bike we go. Let's take on a couple of trainers on this route. The Rain Dance was a very good strategy on the last run, but we're now on to another Pokemon that could use Rain Dance, actually. Yeah, we learned TM18, but I don't think Rain Dance will help poor old Linoone here with his very paltry 50 special attack. I think if anything, it'll just get it wet and even grumpier than that sprite looks. Does anyone else see this Linoone folding its arms very grumpily? We're only going to get the 11 Super Repels here. And we can do early Pokemon Center Hill. Need to get Linoone one of those little umbrella hats. Alright, let's ascend the lighthouse and have a little chat with Jazz, see what she wants. Yes, it is very annoyed at the very loud music from its Galarian cousin. Honestly, not a clue for the league. I don't plan that far ahead. I work on gut instinct alone with these runs. Which sometimes pays off in a big way, other times it can screw me over a little bit. But my whole aim with these runs is to see just how intuitive the Pokemon is to have on your party. Because there are some fantastic content creators out there who are very, very number-based. But that's just not me. I prefer going on pure gut instincts and feelings alone. Right, Jazz, give me your absolute nonsense. Let's get out of there. Yeah, I like jumping in blind. And I will always take my first runtime regardless. Unless I have some absolutely diabolical luck. Then I cannot justify keeping the run as it is. Then it will be the first run that I do. Medium fast is starting to speed up a little bit now. No burn from the fire punch with the RNG we've had at the moment. I'm very surprised at that. MBD, my bride dread. Easily done. Yes, my bride dread. The from Wish version of my dry bread. I don't think there's any point in having covets, honestly. Let's use another ether on Headbutt. We'll use that berry to clear the bag space. We'll use a super potion as well. And it's 50-50. Let's give the mint berry. It really is 50-50 as to which berry is the berry you'll need in this chug battle. Let's hope we pick the correct one. In this instance, we needed neither. Double flinch. Very nice. Storm badge in 3509. Might be worth talking about God of War at some point, D1, because I have a God of War run, or a God of War ROM, I should say, ready to go in Crystal. So we could maybe sync up the God of War releases. But I've got no plans to release it in any time in the near future. I love streaming at all different times of day because I get to meet so many different people. I am going to do another one with its Psychic Fairy at some point as well, yeah. And if you aren't subscribed to the wonderful D1, please do make the effort to click that subscribe button. He makes some fantastic content, and all round a genuinely lovely person. So please do click the subscribe button. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, D1. And we are on a long slog, 1 of 3 for the game. This one is Mahogany Underground. And hopefully we'll be done by around about 39-40 minutes. I try and time my stream so that everybody will have an opportunity to come in and say hello at some point. But this 2 PM slot here in the United Kingdom is one of my absolute favourites. I like 2 PM and I like midnight, my time. The only time I really don't like streaming is early morning UK. Because I'm always worried about waking up people over the other side of the pond with a YouTube notification. So I don't want to be responsible for somebody not having enough sleep. Lance is a liar because he lies about his typing. He's a flying type specialist and he should be proud of that. Flying's a really good type. What is your torturous run, if you don't mind sharing, D1? I'm very, very intrigued. I made the mistake of doing Macargo as my 5th run, I want to say. Crystal Linoone Only, goodness. I've got it over the line once, but I wasn't happy with the hidden power type I chose. But the Unknown is a very, very straightforward run in terms of learn set choices. Welcome in, Johnny. I hope you have a great time at work. I really hope we do get some return belly drum sweeps as well. I am hoping beyond hope that we get to level 52 before Lance. The trouble with Hidden Power Dragon is it's only going to be super effective against 5 Pokemon on the gym trainers. No, 6 Pokemon on gym leaders and... No, 5, I was right. 5 Pokemon on gym leaders and Elite 4. Your big obstacle if you do Hidden Power Rock or Hidden Power Dragon is absolutely going to be Jasmine. Hidden Power Ice is not the play for Unknown. I had to be level 120 in order to defeat Red with Hidden Power Ice with Unknown. I do add custom moves speedrunner, yes. This one doesn't have any custom move effects, but we do have Covet and we have Odor Sleuth. But a Backport can have anywhere between 0 and 5 new moves, depending. Good morning, Animaster. Honestly, Hidden Power Ice was my gut instinct. Oh, for goodness sake. Linoone has that very Gen 2 feel. Doesn't matter if Odor Sleuth or Covet helps or doesn't help, it's part of the learn set from Gen 3. The only move I didn't backport on its learn set was Mud Sport. Please get a better roll this time. That'll do. Oh, wrong button. There we go, 41-24. As it turns out, because we've got Hidden Power Ground, there's been no need for Odor Sleuth. If we were coming up against a Mischievous, then Odor Sleuth would have been fantastic. No need to apologise for being late, Malik. Let's give the secret potion to Jazz. And now we've got to run because we've got to check her handbag. Right, Jazz, I'm on to you. I know you're absolute nonsense. I don't trust Jazz either with that potion. Ha! The potion failed. It expired. I took so long getting round the Mahogany Underground that it just went off. I am doing very well, thank you, Malik. How are you today? Right, let's grab some bits and bobs that we might need for the rest of the run, shall we? And then we'll take our first break when we get back to Goldenrod proper. I like Hidden Power Ground. I do like Hidden Power Flying as well if I'm running a normal type. Mud Sport is one of the worst moves in the game, isn't it? Well, not in this game, because I didn't have the audacity to backport it. Currently working on backporting Uproar so that we can have a Spinder run. Yes, it is absolutely a doubles only move. I am just going to get the charcoal because I want the money. That's half a vitamin there, is that? Good morning, Peach. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. Of course I'll backport Tita Dance for Spinder. I always backport all the moves that I feel Gen 2-y enough, or signature moves. Let's get returned. We don't have hands, so we're not going to do the punches. Instead, we're going to sell this charcoal. Going to sell 3 nuggets, and look at this. We have so much money to deal with. Don't have hands, so we can't dynamic punch. Let's see, what else do we want to get rid of? Anything in particular? Probably not, apart from Fury Cutter and Attract. And then let us buy... Let's buy 4 protein. Let's buy 4 iron as well. I go for the Generation 4 Move Tutor moves. My Gen 3 and 4 TMSHM list. And then I add the 13 mandatory Jotonian TMs. But with that, we are at our first break. We've back... good job that I paused the timer. Horlucha is absolutely 100% in the works. We have coded Flying Press. That works, and it is so fantastic. But I'm going to take my very first quick break, have a little stretch, wet my whistle, have a little snack. So I'll be back in, call it 2 or 3 minutes time. And we are back. Apologies for that very slight delay in coming back. I was all ready to click the off the BRB, and then I had a swig of drink and it went down the wrong way. Fun! Let's get the timer going. Let's actually get my game on screen. That does help. And let's take on Radio Tower. We'll get through this together. By hook or by crook. We have all this speed, but we still get outsped by a chonky rat. It distracted us. And now we are in the point of the run where normal type really comes into its own. Because in just a little while we're going to be able to teach Return, and Return is already based 90 power according to the overlay. Or we could teach Frustration for a whole 11 power. Am I right in thinking that a Pokemon learns Frustration via level up? Or starts off with Frustration, or is that all a pipe dream? Yes, Baneri is the one I was thinking of. That would be a really, really interesting run. I might try and backport Baneri and Lopunny. That's the energy I was thinking of, Peach. Thank you. I've been trying to think who this sprite reminds me of. It's absolutely the girl who burns down the house. Return as an evolution move is genius on Lopunny. Don't drink me, Golbat. We weren't supposed to hit this trainer. Right, so when I get to Blackthorn, I need to remember... What do I need to remember at Blackthorn? Healing items and max repels. In the meantime, we're going to stick on a PlayStation Network Cure Berry. And we're going to take on the Rocket Executive. Yes, that might be a little bit tricky to get rid of the default friendship, but I'm sure we'll find a way. I'm only saying it's going to be a little bit tricky because I've not looked into it yet. Basement's key acquired. It absolutely is needed for the holidays, you're not wrong there. I would love a PlayStation 5, but I cannot justify spending that amount of money. And to be fair, all I'd play on it is Fork Knife. Fork Knife and Fall Guys just be an epic shill, ostensibly. Right, we did pick up the elixir, didn't we? We didn't pick up the elixir. Oh dear. Gonna take a brief time loss. I love playing solos in Fork Knife. I don't really like team games, because I get very salty when my team lets me down. I used to play Call of Duty religiously. Oh, for goodness sake, Zubat, Golbat, whatever your name is. Thank goodness that was a one-turn confusion. I'd want to add the base friendship natively in the ROM. because it wouldn't quite feel authentic otherwise. Triple question mark has been defeated. When we run out of power points for headbutt, we will replace that with a return. Be quite tricky to find me in a server because I don't use the name Squidgy on my Xbox. I'm sneaky. Well, thank you, Joel. That is very kind of you to say. Took a while to get the shape of the Linoone right. I explained the reason why I was doing backports in a recent video, Shadow. It's because we're running very thin on the ground with Johto Pokemon. And also, I'm doing what I want to do with the channel. I'm having fun doing backports and I want to share the fun with other people. The goal is still to complete the Johto decks, but we do need to diversify a little bit. Otherwise we're going to be out of content very, very quickly. At our next battle, we are going to replace a couple of moves, actually. Grab that Max Ether, and in fact, let us now teach Return over Head Butte. And where is Shadow Ball? Over Odor Sleuth. Alright. I think it's fun seeing some of the later generation Pokemon play a game they were not designed for as well. Like, you get something like a Flamigo, and honestly, that thing slaughters. I'm totally going to do the Flamigo backport on stream soon. How are we still in Radio Tower? It feels like I've been back live for a century. I would have loved to have seen some Hoenn Pokemon make their way into Johto. Yes, the power creep is absolutely real. I think you can always tell when a backport has been rushed. Like, I've brought a total of one backport to wear that I wasn't happy about on reflection. Yes, they do overwrite all the radio card channels. Zangoose has the perfect combination to get through Gen 2. Normal type with Swords Dance in the erratic XP group, so it gains levels really quickly at the beginning. No, really quickly at the end, I beg your pardon. And it's got Taunt, which stops Gen 2 status moves in their track. Oh, thank you so much, Gemma Barnes, for gifting a Peach Leaf membership. That is very, very kind of you. Anything with Sword Stance and even mediocre attack destroys Gen 2. Right, I must remember healing items in Blackthorn. I've not listened to the radio for absolutely ages. A tutorial for taunts would very much be appreciated, Peach. Not Peach, Snow. I don't know why I called you Peach then. You are a Peach. I must have all the lovely mod team on the brain. Right, where are those max potions? Let's get 10 of you. Let's get 11 max repels. And then we'll use the iron. And while we're in menu, went really northern then. We'll swap that PlayStation berry for the pink bow. You know I would never expect anybody to contribute to the channel. All I care about is the little bit of company I get when doing these streams. Level 46 now. We are probably going to have to do a few extra trainers on Victory Road. I'm glad my voice helps you rest, Shadow. I like to think I've got one of those voices that isn't too difficult to listen to. One shot on that Dragonair is a very good sign for the Claire fight. So let's engage Claire in battle. Easy one shot on the Dragonair, growing up to level 48. I'm going to try a Shadow Ball. Nasty critical hit there into a return. Yep, that is the play. It's looking like we're just about scraping sub 1 hour Claire, even with the pretty dismal start we had to the run. Let's not euphemize that. Grab the calcium. We're going to grab the max elixir. And then let us do radio card number 2. So it's yes, yes, no, yes, no. Welcome in, Austin. How are you today? Peach, we have made that joke so many times recently. I love it every time. If you are called Maxi and you are licking people, make sure you get consent first, please. Grab another Max Elixir. Dig our way out. In hindsight, that item is such a rude-sounding item. A long day. Hopefully your day is coming to a nice, clean end. And we want to get rid of Surf now. We'll do a cheeky little heal. We'll also remember to split for Claire. I thought I did, but I had the wrong window in focus. And now we can make our way towards the Pokemon League. Sub 1 hour Claire is not the worst in the world. I am always happy to get under an hour for Claire. And I reckon we're probably going to get a 131, 132, maybe a little bit better than that. And we are saving that extra slot for Belly Drum. The good thing is, in a Johto run, the combination of normal and ground hits for neutral on everything apart from the Aerodactyl. But by that point, we should have Belly Drum, because we're only 3 levels off. It's a little bit too dirty for me to explain on stream, unfortunately, SSJ Derp. It's a bit of a Rudy joke. In an upcoming run, you'll see that Aerodactyl was a bit of a Scarodactyl. Yeah, we'll take on her as well, and then we'll skip Scott. We can just throw an Orb of Shadow. Wrong move. Can throw an Orb of Shadow. Towards the Espeon. Right, so Arena is done. And again, I risk the repel and it doesn't pay off. This person's becoming like 3 Drill, is called Trainer Joyce. But I can't think of any interesting hook with a Blastoise and a Pikachu. We have Gavended Gavin's hopes of taking on the league there. That's the best I've got. Welcome back, Glanor. How did your essay writing go? Now, it really surprises me, but we cannot learn Earthquake. As a Linoone. So we're going to skip that and keep Hidden Power Ground for the interim. Not a bad plan, honestly, doing that. There we have Belly Drum. Yes, we can learn Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, and Whirlpool of all things. Two-shot on the Meganium? Yeah. And of course we get poisoned. Why wouldn't we? It's going to be a little bit of flashing for just a second. I do apologise about that, and the flashing is now over. We're going to say thank you to the HM friends, so it's thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, and to Paris, and of course to all of you lovely HM friends in the chat. We shall grab our 4 full restores. Make sure I actually bought the 4 full restores. Yes, we do. And let's take a look at our stats going into the league. We are level 52 with 167 HP. We're holding the pink bow with Return, Hidden Power, Shadow Ball, and Belly Drum. 113 in attack, 106 in defense, 90 in special attack, 102 in special defense, and a whopping 141 in speed. Let's take on our first league member. This is Will, the Psychic type specialist, who leads with Xatu. Welcome in Dante Sparta Demon Slayer. I have not watched Pokemon Rusty. Goodness, a 4-shot because of that reflect. Will down in 105.42. Koga's next. Two 1-shots to begin proceedings. And here comes Fortress. We're going to belly drum. And then we'll 1-shot with return. Muck will be a 1-shot. As will Crobat, and we outspeed. We'll restore time, and we don't need a max elixir quite yet. I'm going to put belly drum there, and I'm going to swap those two around. Ziggy is doing very well, considering the rough start we had. I'm doing Ariados for Halloween this year. That's coming out on Tuesday. I finally faced my fear and ran the spider. It's one of my all-time favourite runs as well in the end. And now we shall use a max elixir. Right, Karen, do your worst. I think that means we win, because of that sand attack fail. It does mean we win. One final full restore for the league. Let's take on Lance, the Liar with the Flyers. And I cannot see this battle going any other way than a full sweep. He is just a flying type trainer in disguise. Lance defeated in 108.40. Belly drum is good. Let's get our lead time, shall we? $108.57. And we're going to unpause the timer, we're going to go straight into it. First thing we'll do is grab the SS ticket. Going to stick on a repel here. Oh, I know that Pokemon League was so dusty. We're going to retrieve our HM friends, and you know what? We're going to skip the rare candies. Gonna go straight on the boat. Belly Drum leftovers, and the fact that Belly Drum is broken in Generation 2. Because Belly Drum will call a Swords Dance even if it fails. So under half HP it's a free Swords Dance. Over half HP it's a max your health out. Ferrets are adorable, aren't they? And the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto normally, but today we're skipping the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. Yeah, ferrets are a bit pongy, aren't they? If I play everything right in Kanto, we could get maybe a 125, you know. Maybe even quicker. Not going to be breaking any records, but I think we have the potential for a very good time. Skunks are so cute. Low-key, Stunky is one of my all-time favourite Pokemon. You can judge me for that, by the way. I will accept the judging. And thank you so much for these 7 months. The first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. There's the line for you. I didn't do it. And spare a thought for poor Erica, who's our next gym leader together. She's probably not going to have a good time. Worst she can do is Giga Drain there. And I believe Tangela is the bulkiest of all of her Pokemon. Rainbow Badge in 112.39. On the bike we go. We're going to take a little trip down Cycling Road. It's all those plants she's got. A few stray sleep powders. Oh no, we didn't one-shot there. I mean, it's fine because we'll sweep the rest. That does mean I'm going to have to do a little bit of menuing that I didn't anticipate. We'll restore, and also while we're here, Max Elixir. There we go. Welcome in, Seth. Linoone is already in Kanto. We're doing the new Kanto routing though, so we aren't quite as far through as it may seem. We have 3 Kantonian gym badges to our name. I hate this spinner with a passion. He is the absolute worst, and I wish him nothing but the worst. Same with this dude. Right, max repel time, and we're going to flash. Not the most confident rock tunnel I've ever had so far. And thank you, Peachly, for the 5 months. Courtesy of the lovely Gemma. Dip our head in the Pokemon Center there. And let's have a little chat with the manager of the power plant. Welcome in, A Gamer's Tale. How are you today? No, before this routing, I never went into Rock Tunnel. I always did Route 9. I mean, there's no sense in doing both Route 9 and Rock Tunnel. You're just adding mandatories on mandatories then. Let's now leave there. See if I can get my routing right. Still very much getting used to this routing. Let's take on Nugget Bridge. A second cup of coffee sounds like a very good idea. I'll be on my second bottle of full fat Coke today, actually. I'm being naughty when I finish stream. There's one big reason to go into Rock Tunnel if you have gone on Route 9, and that's if you're looking for Stillwing on a Pokemon. Welcome in, Daehu. There is Stillwing, and there is a PP up as well if you're absolutely desperate to increase your PP. But other than that, it's not worth it. I think I also do a different routing for Sabrina's teleporters than a lot of people. This is my favourite part of the new routing. Starts off by one-shotting Golduck. Then it's going to be a one-shot on Quagsire. Two shots on the Lapras, and we swap to Shadow Ball. Then we can finish off Starmie as well. Cascade Badge in a 118-19. But that trainer there gets you perfectly in line with the machine part. So there's no more faffing about with movement. Next, Max Repel rather, going on. Grab the machine part. We'll then have a little fly over to Lavender Town. I always think of James from the anime when I hear Lavender, because of his line where he goes, "It's Lavender!" After Meowth tells him not to worry his pretty little blue head. A run from the Snorlax. I just instinctively stop there now because I assume that 3 Drill's going to hit me. I did love James. I particularly loved that Team Rocket motto, which started off with to protect us from all that chafing and itching. It may finally stop Jesse's complaining. The delivery of that line was perfect. Pull the badge in a 120.12. There's our regularly scheduled 3 drill. Heal up. We've got 2 gyms left to go. We are definitely catching up time. I wouldn't run shiny Pokemon. It would take too much time. I'd get sick of the animation. Thank you so much, Laws of Lycurgus, for the $3 super chat. That is very kind. I shall make sure to pass it on to Lance. Or I might just lie like him and keep it for myself. Right, 1 more gym left to go. Let's beat up Blue, shall we? Yep. Kind of interesting to see if Blue belly drums himself. No, he doesn't. And he crits, so no. We're going to have to take a reset there. And we're also going to stick the lefties on, actually. That crit screwed us over. A little bit like that double crit with Bugsy an hour ago. I'm still not over that. We would have been extreme speeded by that Arcanine. But we are through Blue. In 123.01. And let's chat with Oak. Stick on a Mac Repel, we'll teleport back. Take the heal here. Not going to get the rare candy. We probably don't need it. Oh, we've already got a repel on. Goodness. If we get good luck, we should be able to first try red. It's all going to depend on a little bit of luck. You know what, we're going to roll with it with 26 HP. We outspeed the Espeon. It's a really good sign. One shot on the Snorlax. Venusaur is very bulky. Can we withstand it? Yes, we can. We one-shot that. We know that Charizard is going to be a one-shot. How about this bulky Blastoise? Is it all over for red? Yes, it is. Oh dear, I've split early. 124.50. And thank you for the 3 months, A Gamer's Tale. I can't believe it's been 3 months already since you first popped in. Let us now get the leaderboard all generated up. I really wish I knew how long you'd been here. That was one of the easiest red fights we've ever had. And thank you for 6 months already, Snowy. That is so kind of you. But goodness me, what a very simple red fight that was at the end. I'm just waiting for the leaderboard to show its face, as it were. And thank you for the compliments on the sprite. Let's see where that puts Linoone on the Backport's leaderboard to begin with. We are in a very, very respectable 3rd place, exactly 1 minute behind the lovely Excadrill. But we are 9 minutes behind, almost 10 minutes actually behind Zangoose. And then in terms of all of the leaderboard, we do in fact make it into the top 10. 124.40, just behind Kangaskhan and in front of Slacking. Seth, you have been a member for an unspecified number of hours. Months. I thought I could hover over and find out, but apparently I can't. But look at that leaderboard. We've got Zangoose, we've got Ursaring, we've got Porygon 2, we've got Kangaskhan, we've got Linoone, and we've got Slacking and Apom. 7 normal type Pokemon on the top 10. But with that, there's only one thing left to do. I'm calling it a short stream today because I've streamed a few times this week. Let's go and return Kenya. But do not fret, there'll be another stream very, very soon. I'm going to be streaming over the weekend. Let's actually go and return Kenya properly, shall we? I'm going to be streaming over the weekend. Probably a midnight UK stream this weekend. And we have Girafarig coming out on Friday. If you're a member of the Patreon, patreon.com/trainersquidgy, then you can get access to Girafarig from tomorrow as well. Although please don't join the Patreon to feel like you've got FOMO, because everyone gets to see the runs eventually anyway. And now, after saying thank you to Kenya for helping us out over the last hour and a half, we're going to save in the Pokemon Center. And then we shall call it a day. So I do have some people I would like to thank in the stream, and in fact an awful lot of people. So thank you to Jimmy for the 99 pence and the little moustache. Arwen for 3 months at Pokeball tier. Gemma Barnes for 7 months at Pokeball tier. Gemma Barnes also for the 1 gifted membership. SSJ Derbs for 7 months at Premier Ball tier. Thank you so much. 5 months for Peach at Pokeball tier. $3 from Laws of Lycurgus. A Gamer's Tale for 3 months at Pokeball, and Snowy, you absolute legend, at 6 months at Great Ball. It has been an absolute pleasure. I am so excited for you to all see the Girafarig redo on Friday. It's going to be at 2 PM United Kingdom time, and remember the clocks go back this weekend here in the UK. So next week, all those times are going to be shifted for you lovely people in the United States and Canada. For now, though, have a lovely, lovely rest of your Wednesday or Thursday if it's the morning for you. And I'll see you all very, very soon.